What is going on, YouTube? It is your girl Ray, and welcome back to Ray's World. On today's video, we are going to be watching some strange characters. Now, they say zombies are real, and we about to see how real they are. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if these are like people that they let out after a scientific rendezvous. Yeah. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know if they did that or whatever the case may be, but these people are acting very strangely. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I don't know. You could be skeptical about it. You could be sure about it. You could just flat out just think that this is just something that, fiction. But for me, I feel like with all these experiments and these missing homeless people around the country and they just pop back out acting strange for a little piece of change. No, it's in this 2024, you never know. You never know. So let's just open up our minds, open up our eyes, and just dive deep into this video. Let's give a big shout out to the Rabbit Hole. They are the original content creators and uploaders of this video. And shout out to the Raise World gang. I see y'all and I salute. Road to 500. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
From movies to comics to your favorite Halloween costume, zombies have been in and out of fantasy media for as long as we've all been alive. The idea that a person who passed away could be reanimated as one of a horde of mindless, nearly invulnerable monsters that attack the living fascinates the morbid among us. But where did the idea of zombies come from? Their origins can be traced to tales in Haitian voodoo culture, which extend back hundreds of years. There are countless tales in Haitian culture of persons dying and being revived by a witch doctor. The reanimated person is harmless to other people, but is unaware of who he once was. This has many people talking about how a zombie apocalypse might actually happen in the near future. That leads us to this episode, where we will be talking about 3 real-life zombie cases from across the world.
Let's get it.
Seattle Zombie Woman. In May 2021, an incident outside an apartment building in Seattle went viral after a recording of it was posted on TikTok. The video showed a pale-faced woman with a shaved head, wearing just one shoe. The woman was limping and howling, as if she was in extreme pain, but unable to speak. She appeared to be bleeding, and passerby kept their distance as she stumbled across the path. Police officers attempted to detain her, but she continued walking and crying out in pain, before eventually more officers turned up to the scene and restrained her. In the end of the video, you can hear her crying out that she didn't want to go to the hospital, in between incoherent groans. The footage was posted online, and the TikTok user who shared the first video of the woman described the scene in her caption: "The face, torn clothes, 3 strands of hair, agonizing screams. I was shook." Users quickly labeled her the Seattle Zombie Woman. Within days, the original poster deleted the video, but that didn't stop the theories and wild rumors that went around, only encouraged them.
Now, y'all, you know the only reason why somebody would feel like they gotta delete a video, right? Because something like that, why would you not? Why would you want to delete it? Why? For what reason? What would be the reason that you would delete the video? Unless you were aided to delete the video.
Everyone was talking about it, desperate for an explanation. Theories ranged from the video being a part of an elaborate marketing scheme for an upcoming movie, to drugs and domestic abuse, all the way to the woman being an all-out zombie.
Bro, look at her face, bro. I feel like I sound like the girl off Friday. Look at your face. Look at your face. Nia Long, shout out. But like, look at her. She is not okay. This is not okay. Like, what's going on? We will never know. You know why? Because the video got deleted by the person. She's never gonna say anything about it. Hopefully she's still around. because you never know. People that spot stuff like this are never seen again, bro. Like, you never hear from them. They don't even post stuff happy. They don't post anything. They just literally, accounts get deleted and goodbye. That's it. That's the last time we ever hear from them again. So like, stop silencing people. Just let the truth be out. Just let it be out. Like, you got stuff like this, you can't keep your subjects under control. Then don't expect us not to pull out the camera. It's 2024. Hello. We record everything. Everything.
With things not slowing down anytime soon, the original poster of the video uploaded the following update, asking users to show some compassion for the woman. Living in a city like Seattle, is it not uncommon for people to not have the resources to properly care for their mental health, their housing, for their addiction? And so, unfortunately, it's not abnormal to hear someone screaming like that in the middle of the day. When I looked out my window and I saw her face, I was truly shook and a little bit scared because I've never seen someone like that. It's not clear who the woman is or why she was in distress. Some people thought it was fake and was part of filming for a movie. Some people thought she really was a zombie. Some people thought she was in an accident. Some people thought she was having a mental breakdown. The truth is not known. But in May of 2022, the truth behind the whole bizarre stunt would finally be revealed. Body
Oh, this is new.
cam footage from the officers attending the incident, which obviously continued rolling after the TikTok stopped, showed officers confused as the woman had no visible injuries, and more importantly, was wearing costume makeup and fake blood. The whole thing had been an elaborate stunt set up by a woman named Kimberly Kasai. Kimberly had extreme views about the COVID-19 vaccine and decided to pull the stunt in order to warn people.
Crazy Kim. That's your name from now on. Crazy Cassie. It goes perfectly with both of them. Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that, bro? Like, what are we doing? Like, why do I always have to come back to say, what are we doing? Like, what was your point? Even if you have extreme views, bro, you went to those measures to do that, bro. You really had me fooled. I'm not even gonna lie, because I forget talking about the what. Where was they at? I don't even know. She done pissed me off. She done pissed me off. Talking about some, oh, it was all just an elaborate, bro. Send her, take her to jail. I hope she go to jail for this. Like, bro, come on now. Like, after a while, once the cops got there, you should have been like, I'm protesting. Would have pulled out my joint, whatever. Like, no COVID-19. No COVID-19. Because, like, I can see if you did that, but the fact that you out here, Crazy Kim, must be stopped. No more nothing for you. No more nothing for you. You do deserve a role though in a movie because you did that excellent, but I hope they don't pick it up because you play too much. That's not even funny. It's real people out here that's really, you know what I'm saying, getting unalived by that freaking virus. Still having complications to this day. And you out here playing
People of the dangers of taking the vaccine themselves. Now, this first story might be a hoax, but the next one is not. Kelvin Santos. On June 1st, 2012, 2-year-old Kelvin Santos was in critical condition at Abelardo Santos Hospital in Belém, northern Brazil, where he was receiving treatment for pneumonia. The prognosis wasn't good, and doctors battled to save the toddler. Despite their best efforts, Kelvin passed away at the hospital from pneumonia and respiratory failure at 7 p.m., and his devastated family was handed his tiny body in a plastic bag and sent home to grieve. The Brazilian funeral tradition is to bury the dead within 48 hours of their passing, so the family got to work, planning the young boy's funeral for the following day. Kelvin's body was laid in an open coffin overnight, and grieving relatives were permitted to come and view him and say their goodbyes before the service the next day. An hour before the funeral was due to start, Kelvin's father, Antonio Santos, and other family members were in the room when the impossible happened. Kelvin sat up in his coffin, looked at Antonio, and asked, "Daddy, can I have some water?"
Bro, I would have, bro, I probably would have punched my kid in the face. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I probably would have faded my child, bro. The kid stood up and said, "Daddy, may I have some water?" Bah! Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But dude, can you imagine? You over there sad, you crying, you preparing a funeral for your kid, doing the kid just rise up like Return of the Living Dead on some, "Daddy, can I have some more?" I don't know why I gave him that accent. I don't know why I gave him that accent. Bro, I would have backed him to the little baby, little killer calf. Because what is you talking about? And don't they, bro? Thank God they didn't already take the I don't know, like if it's traditional in other places to take out your organs and put them in a bag and put them back in, because I believe that's what they do here in the States. But like, I'm suing them. I'm suing the hospital. We about to be rich, because what are you talking about, bro? What if my kid would have? This is crazy. I don't even know. It would be so much emotion. I don't even know if I'd be terrified. The whole time I'd be staring at my kid, not like a miracle child. Like, I'd be sitting there. You ain't got to pass out or nothing, do you? It's too hot in here. I'll be saying little stuff to my kid, like I'll be just watching, just what, everything all right? Because what? Oh my god! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We it's almost over. I'm sorry, y'all. But like, huh?
Water. Everyone began to scream. The boy they grieved had been reanimated, brought back to them. Whatever it was, they didn't care. They were just so happy he was alive. But as quickly as the incident happened, their hopes were dashed. Kelvin laid back down in the coffin, closed his eyes, and stopped breathing. He had died once again. Antonio picked up his son and rushed him back to Abelardo Santos Hospital. Doctors pored over Kelvin, fascinated by the modern miracle. But sadly, they confirmed there were no signs of life in the boy. Taking his deceased son home once again, Antonio decided to delay the funeral, hoping that whatever happened earlier would happen again, and Kelvin would be brought back to them. By 5 p.m., with no more movement or signs of life, Kelvin Santos was buried. But the question remains, what happened that day? How can someone that died hours before be brought back to life, even for a few seconds?
That is
If you think that was
horrible.
convincing, wait for the next one, as things get out of hand. Dubbing the
That is horrible. I'm sorry, y'all. What? That is horrible. See, and I'm over here talking about somebody would have faded my kid, bro, and when he would have passed back out, bro, I would have thought it was me, bro. I would have went to jail for that. I'm not even thinking that. You know, don't lie, bro. Don't lie. Like, put yourselves in Mr. Santos's shoes. Well, my shoes, really. But and then he laid back down and stopped breathing, bro. Traumatized. Psych work. Check me in. That's it.
this the most convincing case that modern-day zombies actually exist. Clairvius Narcisse. In Haiti, on April 30th, 1962, Clairvius Narcisse checked into the Albert Schweitzer Hospital. Clairvius complained of feeling like bugs were crawling on his skin and had a high fever. His condition quickly worsened, and nurses at the hospital offered him a room. Doctors pronounced him dead 2 days later. His immediate family organized a funeral and buried his body at Lestaire Community Cemetery. They buried him according to custom, nailing the casket shut. Narcisse's grave was disturbed at some point after his funeral. A Bokor, or Haitian voodoo sorcerer, dug him up and took his body out during the night, reanimating his corpse. Clairvius was then transported to a sugar plantation, where he was beaten, chained, and made to consume a potion that left him with memory loss, effectively rendering him incapable of thinking for himself. When he arrived, he met people in a similar state. Men and women who had died and been brought back to life by the Bokor. The Bokor continuously administered fresh injections of the same drug to keep Narcisse's zombie-like state of mind while he was working in the fields. According to Clairvius, one of the other workers found the working conditions to be intolerable, deciding to take matters into his own hands. by murdering their Bokor ruler. The remaining zombies took advantage of the opportunity to leave the plantation now that their captivity was over. Clairvius escaped once the voodoo priest passed away and the regular medication stopped, eventually finding his way back to his family's house 18 years after his death. Clairvius approached Angelina as she was shopping in a small market and introduced himself. He introduced himself by a childhood nickname that only the two of them knew, as evidence that he was her brother. Even though Angelina was understandably horrified to her very core, she helped the rest of the family conduct an inquiry. This investigation proved Narcisse to be the person he claimed to be. He was, in fact, Angelina's sibling. Clairvius also gave an explanation for why he had delayed returning home earlier: the fact that he had argued with his brother shortly before his passing. The tale of Clairvius generated some startling headlines. Everything that happened to him, from the seconds before he checked himself into the hospital to find his sister over 2 decades later, all took place while he was still cognizant, but in a state that was very close to vegetative. Clairvius could clearly remember when he was pronounced dead by the physicians, and then buried alive. He further said when the Bokor dug him out shortly after, he was awake. He still carried the burden of his 2 years spent as a slave, and he recalled spending every waking hour working the plantation from sunrise to dusk. Only once was this extremely lengthy day broken up for a small supper break. Many medical professionals and researchers looked into the case in the years that followed. The fact that many witnesses had attested to Clairvius' death, and that it had been confirmed by 2 American doctors who had examined him at the time, was particularly puzzling. Numerous theories have been circulated up over the years, one of which being that Clairvius was given a cocktail of tranquilizers that included pufferfish venom. At the age of 72, Clairvius passed away in 1994, and this time, he wasn't brought back to life. With no real explanation for what happened to either Kelvin or Clairvius, is it possible that they were both turned into zombies? Far away from the glamour of Hollywood films, there are actually many cases like the ones discussed today throughout human history.
See, no. For me, zombies eat people. I ain't never seen no zombie come back to life and have a normal life. Like, zombies to me, like, your skin is rotting. Basically like the makeup that Crazy Kim did. That's what I would say that a zombie would look like. But just because that's what they show on like screen doesn't mean that that's how zombies would actually be like. But at the same time, like, the fact that this person, this witch doctor, voodoo priest, was killing people and then bringing them back to life to work on a plantation is crazy to me. That is crazy. Like, can you imagine you had a whole funeral and everything, and then dang, to the brother of the guy, he freaking sitting over here thinking that, oh my gosh, I wish I would have said this to him. I wish I could have said this to him. I should have never argued with my brother. Whole time brother living though. 18 years? I think that's what they said. 18 years. Whole time bro is alive. Like, I hope nothing like this ever happens to people anymore, especially to me, bro, because I don't even know how I would take it. I'll be calling 911. It is this strange man that look just like my brother. I'm pretty sure we buried him 18 years ago. I don't care what you said. No, we don't need to do no blood test. We don't need to do no blood test. You're going to jail, bruh. You're going to jail. Because what? But thank you guys so much for watching the video up until this point. If you do enjoy the content, be sure to hit a like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back with another video, my boys and girls. Until next time, be sure to spread love and not hate, because it's enough hate in this world. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.